So where do you...
There we are.
Oh, now I see
Now
it.
you see yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nancy. This is my store, Whimseys, and my store is located in Llano, Texas. Welcome.
Now you have it. We'll see you later. We are going to walk around, even though Nancy says, well, but I don't know if it's presentable. Heck yes, it's presentable. It's beautiful. Kind of looks like my garage in some ways.
So this is the end of course, with the new year, we're cleaning up all. This store changes with the seasons, and we had a very successful Christmas season. Stores filled with lots of Christmas, and as we walk around, you're still going to see some of the Christmas because it all hasn't gone away yet. But new is coming. So you're going to see a little bit of new and a little bit of Christmas still in the store.
I'm reading the chat here on the side, right here, and I see Colleen White Owl.
I see Colleen.
She's been here.
She's been here.
Have you been in the store, Colleen? She'll answer us down here in the chat. There's Gord, Trailer Traveling. Welcome aboard. Many of these people are, they're all over.
Oh, this is so
Trailer
fun.
Traveling, he's in Canada. Carol Walters is in North Carolina. Diane Phoenix, I believe, is in Kentucky. Linda Barker, Ohio. Grand Marais, Jackson, Michigan. They're from everywhere. And they'll be wandering in here as we go along. Nancy Drew, I believe she's Kentucky.
Fun.
Nancy, you got to say hi to Nancy. Nancy to Nancy. She's our top-notch comedian, especially on Tuesday nights. I've been doing these live streams, and we got to where sometimes some of our participants would get a little south. So we designated an adult humor night. It's Tuesdays.
Cool.
We still get south on that every now and then. What, you're in Coleman, Texas, Colleen? I did not know that. I was thinking you were north somewhere.
I know where Coleman, Texas is. I like Coleman, Texas.
Did I tell you, Nancy, about going to Burnett, as the Yankees call it?
Burnett.
Yeah. I was corrected by a lady that has a store. And she says, it's burn it, darn it, learn it.
It doesn't, that's like a lot of people call Llano.
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 I even heard it last night pronounced Llano.
I really haven't heard that.
They don't particularly care about making a J into a Y, so it's Llano.
I hear a lot of Llano, and I think that, yes, that's true. A lot of people also think that the winery, Llano Estacado, I think is the name of the wine, but it's really not made in Llano. It's made in Lubbock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just so you know, I don't know if you ever heard of Hudsonville ice cream.
No.
Well, it's made in Burnham's.
Oh.
It was originally made in Hudsonville, but in 1956, a tornado wiped out the city of Hudsonville. And so they moved all the dairy cattle that survived to a farm in Burnham's. And then they just stayed.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bit of Michigan history thrown in with our Texas history.
Yes. So I guess they know where Llano is.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Colleen does. Hour and a half, she says.
So we're west of Austin.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we are. And we're part of the hill country. What is known in Texas is the hill country. Llano is known for its bluebonnets, for sure.
Absolutely.
We have lots of people that come here in the springtime to look at bluebonnets. We also have a lot of wineries here now. Growers from California that have moved in, and we lost our connection.
No, we didn't.
We didn't?
This got a pop up that I can't seem to get rid of. There.
So anyway, but Llano is a small town. It's a very small town, and there are many around here. A lot of people will travel from town to town. We're close to San Saba. We're close to Burnett that we talked about. We're very close to Fredericksburg, Brady, and Mason, Texas, which is another great little town. So,
I've been there, but I'll be going through there again tomorrow.
yeah, lots of small communities.
Fort Mason.
Hmm.
Love that place.
Yeah, it's a great town.
Welcome aboard, Tommy. There's a song about the title to your channel. I've been hearing it about a she-devil. Anyway, welcome aboard. Let's see, is anybody else new in here? Now, Colleen, you can tell she's giving you a text. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's the one thing I've noticed that, I mean, I've always said it. I think I have, but it's the men are, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, it's common politeness.
Yes.
And you don't get that everywhere, especially up north. You don't get it that much. You do, but it's more prevalent here. The politeness, the respect,
Mm-hmm.
and it's enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Timmy Ray, he's from Louisiana.
I love Louisiana.
He's asking if it's like Fairfield, Texas.
No, not like Fairfield.
Okay, Colleen wants to know okay, she's telling you that she moved to Coleman from Dripping Springs.
Dripping Springs is another great town that's growing leaps and bounds.
I was in area 2 days ago when I went to Fredericksburg. I saw the sign, the road sign said Triple Creek. And somehow I missed it on the way back. GPS didn't put me on 16. So I missed Triple Creek Road. So I wanted to stop there and do a little song. I love bluegrass.
Do you?
Yeah, I was going to sing, going up Triple Creek, going in a run. Going up Triple Creek to have some fun. That's actually kind of hard to say when you're used to singing Cripple Creek, and now you're going to change it to Triple Creek. I was stumbling.
We have a lot of good musicians in Llano.
Oh, I bet.
In fact, we have a coffee place here called Fuel, and a lot of our musicians gather there
Okay.
and have little, I don't know, concerts, I guess you would say.
We call it jam session.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're jam sessions.
I used to go to a jam session every Friday night in a little town called North Door Tavern, and I would sing with the Williams family. So they were a bluegrass local band, but they actually became famous. They made at least one record album, so it was fun. I wasn't on the album.
Yeah, and a lot of our restaurants or bars here in Llano, not that we have a million of them, but because we're a little town, but almost all of them have local musicians on the weekends that play.
Cool.
So
I met one of them, Emmett. I don't recall his last name, but he and his wife both sing.
mm-hmm.
One of the, well, down there, somewhere near
Joe's Bar.
I don't know.
Okay.
They invited me, and I haven't gone. But he is also a volunteer for the Historical Society, and he gave me, it was practically a private tour of the Red Top.
Really?
Yeah, the jail.
That's interesting.
It was interesting, and I could feel when we got up to the third floor. I'm like, I'm feeling something more than vertigo.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause that's where the gallows is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty creepy.
I've never been up there.
Yeah, my friend wouldn't go up there either.
Well, it's not because I don't really want to. It's just I don't think I've ever had the opportunity. They do have the tours of that during. We have once a year Heritage Day,
Okay.
and so just a lot of history opportunities to learn history about Llano. And so they open up the jail a lot on the Heritage Day so that people can.
Yeah, it is
tour.
pretty fascinating, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Emmett's a good tour guide. He used to go there when he was 10 years old because his grandparents ran the jail.
Oh, wow.
So that was quite interesting. I think it was in the 70s when they finally stopped having prisoners there. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard, Louis. Good to see you. Bernae is here. That's Fairy Dust. Kicking with a cup of coffee. She's saying hi to everybody here.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're having a blast. Nancy and I are having a blast. For those of you who are just now coming in, this is Nancy. And
Hello, everyone that's new.
She's the owner of the thumbnail that you saw, which is Whimseys by the bridge. And we're here in Llano, Texas.
Llano.
You pronounce it however you want.
Yes, we are in Llano, Texas.
Well, I heard the radio station saying something about Llano, Texas, so I'm thinking, okay, I'll go with that.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing.
If anybody, they should be the ones pronouncing it correctly.
Mm-hmm. Well, today's a beautiful day here.
So far.
Yes, it's supposed to be really pretty up in the upper 60s and sunshine, and we've had rain, which is wonderful because Llano is in a drought. A lot of the hill country is in a drought right now.
Right.
So any rain is greatly appreciated here. And we had rain at the beginning of the week, but now we're in a little sunny, but we have more coming from the West Coast.
I'm going to set this on, maybe try here. That way we can look at customers when they come in too. You can join me over here.
Okay.
Well, you don't have anything to lean on. Here, let's do it this way. There, they can see us now. We're just a little farther away. But if we speak at normal level, the microphone does pick it up. And my glasses are good enough that I can still read the chat. I just got to give my arm a rest.
From all leaning up.
Well, you mentioned the blue bonnets. My friend has taught me how to recognize the blue bonnets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually able, believe it or not, I can drive down the road and say, those are blue bonnets over there, and they're still just flat on the ground.
Welcome.
Welcome aboard. I hope you don't mind. We are doing a live stream, but you're welcome to, this is the owner, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Mingle browse, be on the live stream.
Okay.
Are you doing a live stream right now?
I know.
Yeah, we are live. We are live on
Who
YouTube.
are you streaming for?
Captain Jack Scrapper.
Okay. Oh, that's you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be me.
All right.
Here's my card.
Thank you.
Yeah, we thought we'd do something a little bit different today.
Well, y'all let me know if y'all need any help. Okay.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
We just decided we'd do a live from the store. You know, it makes it a little bit different, but
Where do you usually do it from?
I usually do it inside my truck or inside my living room, or when the weather's good, I do it outside at a picnic table, just wherever.
Mhm.
Typically in an enclosed situation, because if there's wind noise,
They can't hear.
they can't hear. So
Yes.
So we try to do these things from inside. And I've been kind of kicking it over in my mind that maybe this will be the thing. Instead of, usually on Saturdays, I would do Guess the Channel. So Troy, which is Grand Marais, he's here. He's probably upset with me because I'm not doing much about Guess the Channel, because he's won the last 3 times in a row. Now that he's retired, all he does is watch YouTube. So how I do that, I'll go into a channel, somebody else's channel. Let's say you had a channel,
Mhm.
and I go in and say, "Oh, that's a cool picture." Boop, screenshot it, put it in my memory. Then I would use it
Yes.
as backdrops. I can do that even now. I can go to settings. We don't even have a green screen here, but these computers have gotten so smart that I can make it look like we are standing here on the featured channel's picture. Actually, this was previous featured channel. We just bumped.
Wow, it might be kind of nice to be there.
We're south of Phoenix right
Oh
now.
my gosh, look, the dress is still on the
You're
background.
the dress. Actually, if I was to actually put up the green screen here, then you wouldn't see the dress, you'd just see you and I.
Oh.
It's kind of interesting how that works. Now, if the green screen was behind the dress, then you would see the dress. So usually when I'm doing live streams, there would be a screen right here behind us. Green or blue, whichever one. It's a photographer's trick.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's very fun.
So then I would have all these different things popping in behind me from the featured channel. And it was the people's job here in chat. And where'd they go? They're right over here. Their job to figure out whose channel am I featuring. Because they're so smart about other channels that they should be able to recognize that. Then, of course, you get verbal clues too as well. So. Oh God, here we go. Where are we going south again? Oh, no adult talk. Oh, she already knows about adult night, so maybe Nancy will join us Tuesday night. I'm not sure where I'll be Tuesday night. I'm thinking I'll still be in Texas, but probably north of El Paso, somewhere in there. All right. They're talking about a pudding, which comes from a previous broadcast.
Hi, welcome.
It's a popular pudding in Britain. We're not going to say what the name of it is.
Okay.
Hi there. Don't mind us. We are doing a live stream, but interrupt. Please interrupt.
No, you're fine. I'm not walking through there. Oh, yes.
Well, yeah, you can. I'll even move the camera.
There
you go.
Then you don't even have to, I know.
Yeah, some people are shy. That's okay. That's okay.
Come on in, George.
No,
You
we're
can be
fine.
on the live stream.
George is here.
No, thank you.
It has a store called Selling My Stuff.
Everybody welcome George. Everybody that's
We'll say hello.
watching us. And they're from all over. You can say something about your store over there, Selling My Stuff.
Oh, we have a store next door called Selling My Stuff. Kind of similar items. We just kind of hit off of each other. We don't carry the same things, but we carry similar things.
Do you still have that Rolls Royce in there?
I still have the Rolls Royce. It's not here.
Okay. I saw it in the picture.
Yeah.
When you do Google Maps, it shows a lot of your photographs.
So you
Some
saw
of
the car collections, motorcycle collections. We're
Yeah.
one of the few antique
Yeah.
stores that sells vintage cars and motorcycles.
Right. So, and then it shows the interior of your store as well. Of course, some of these photos are
That was my
10 years old.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was my Fredericksburg store.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. I've been to Fredericksburg. Didn't go to any thrift stores or antique stores,
Antique
if you will.
stores when you were there.
No, I didn't do that. I know there's a few around down there.
There are. Fredericksburg used to be a huge antique town, but I don't know. It's changed in that there's a lot more wineries now, and a lot more restaurants and wineries, boutiques, more new merchandise than old, and a lot of the antique stores have moved to another little town that's not very far away called Comfort. And Comfort is, what would you say Comfort is?
Comfort is 22 miles from Fredericksburg off of 87.
It's a tiny little town also.
Huh.
But a lot of people will put Comfort on their list.
Well, does Comfort have any wineries?
No.
Or distilleries?
No, Fredericksburg has over 100 wineries now.
Oh, come on in.
Say
Hello.
hi to YouTube. You're live.
Oh,
That's
You're
all right.
good.
No,
All
this
is
is
well.
exactly part of the plan. We want
I've got to
people.
get back
okay.
next door. I will see you in a little bit.
All right.
See you, Bernie. My thought is, in my travels, especially even though I've only been on the road for just over a month, but I've noticed it in Michigan. I've noticed it other places. There seems to be a trend to have more and more wineries. I bet somebody has a theory or a thought on why that would be. I think I have a thought. And the reason I asked if there was any wineries or distilleries in Comfort, I almost think that there's a trend going on across the nation that more and more people are taking comfort in wines and spirits. I'll let her know when she gets back here, Kenny. Residing in Bullidian, North Carolina. Okay, Bullidian. Never heard of that. It's also known as Deer Country, USA. You know, this town is famous for its hunting. Nancy could probably enumerate on that a little bit better than me. But I've certainly noticed that everywhere you go, they're talking about hunting. We got deer statues everywhere. Even in here, there's one right there. Real nice one. Look at that. Ten-point. The big boy. I've seen many whitetail.
It's still in here for
There's another one.
couple of days.
Another mount. Don't have any buffaloes, but there's a picture of one. I shouldn't really say that because wandering through here, I'm liable to find anything. I like what she's done with the bed spring. I think that's a whole lot better than me having to take the angle grinder to them and cutting them out in little pieces so I can take them to the scrapyard. You know, the scrapyards don't allow you to bring them in like that anymore. It tangles up their shredders. So they want them cut up in smaller pieces. The bed springs hanging from the ceiling there.
Oh,
Never seen that done. I love it.
yeah. We sell lots of bed springs for lots of different things.
I was just telling our crew here about there seems to be a trend towards wineries and distilleries, breweries. It seems like they're popping up more and more everywhere you go.
Really everywhere?
So is that?
I thought maybe it was just a Texas thing.
No.
They're everywhere.
Michigan is considered number one. They didn't used to be. But yeah, Michigan's considered number one. Grand Rapids is considered Beer City, USA. There's like over 300 distilleries just in the Grand Rapids area. But 20 years ago, there was maybe 3, 4, possibly.
It's
a new trend.
Definitely a trend.
Yeah. And maybe
And they
maybe
all
that-
seem to be pretty busy.
yeah. Well, that's why I thought, well, Comfort should have some because people
No.
are taking comfort.
Not yet. Thank you, guys. Not yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't. You know,
That's true. That's very
doesn't
true.
mean that they won't.
Did you ever think you could expound on everything for more than a half hour?
No, I didn't.
But you've been a teacher, so
Well, I can do that.
you could lecture.
I could do that. I could do that. That is true. So I don't know. Would y'all like to see the store?
Yes,
A little
let's do
bit of
that.
the store?
Let's wander around, follow Nancy.
Well, this building is actually on Bessemer Street, which is the main street in Llano. And it is, you're in an historic building. And this building at one time, there's a block of 3 stores. And at one time, all of the stores opened to each other. And they were a general store. And so they sold a little bit of everything. And then it transferred into different businesses owning different stores of the 3. Anyway, but we've been here for probably a little bit over 20 years. And the store just changes with the seasons, as I said. So we have vintage, and then we have a little bit more that you may see that doesn't look very vintage, but maybe we call it a fun find.
Eclectic.
Okay. An eclectic find. That's what I would call it. I have different vendors in the store, and you're entering into a different vendor. And Binky is the owner of this little area, or the renter of this little area, and she also does estate sales in Llano. And she's one of the only people that does that here, and she does it for the surrounding towns. And her daughter, Jessica, is in this part. And as you can see, Jessica is very mid-century. She likes a lot of stuff from I guess they were when I was little. And so anyway, lots of collectibles from probably the 60s and the 70s.
My eyes are always drawn to clocks, and that's an interesting one over there.
It is an interesting clock, yes. And then we have, let's see, you will see, you can go back in here. This is another part of Binky. You can see that there is a lot of just stuff. Binky's very known for her displays.
She certainly does display it well.
She's really, really good at displaying her things. And the store has a lot of people in here that are very creative with their displays. Most people in here have been doing this for a long time. And but you can still see it's got a lot of Christmas in it, which I hated. You came today. Christmas is over, but that's okay.
See, now we've interrupted her. She was going to tear all the Christmas stuff down and put up Groundhog's Day stuff.
Oh yes. Anyway, and this is another room in the building. And this area belongs to a lady from Mason. And she used to have a store there called Calicos and Lace. I don't know if you guys have ever been there. The store isn't there anymore. It's been, it was rented to somebody else who also has a vintage store there. But anyway, Jennifer, she had that store for a long time. And she was very big into vintage clothes and Victorian items. So anyway, this is Jennifer's spot. And we have a clothes closet, which is very popular with the younger people. And when I look in here, it looks like things that I used to wear, which tells you I'm getting old. But when I was younger, this stuff reminds me of things that I wore and that my mother wore. And it's very popular with the younger people now.
Is that a real stole?
That isn't. That's fake fur. But
Fake
we do
fur?
have real stoles sometimes. We
Okay.
had them before Christmas, and they're still popular here.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's and then this belongs to Susan. And Susan is from San Antonio. And so if you look at her booth, if you look at some of the stuff, you can see things from Mexico, and you can see boots, and you can see, and she is, you can see Navajo rugs. And she has more of a Indian, Southwestern Mexico kind of flair. She also works with turquoise jewelry.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. I was
Really,
noticing
really
that earlier.
pretty turquoise.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of her. And you can tell each of these booths are lots of people have different ideas.
Yeah, well, they have a theme.
Yes. And I don't really have this is Tiffany's booth, and Tiffany is local, and you can see her booth was very Christmassy this year. So she's having a sale now. And believe it probably looks like nothing sold. But it just kept coming in and selling and coming in. And so this is what then Christmas ended. So,
This is
and
very
all
cool.
of this will probably come down within the next couple of days and be changed.
The peacock feathers are so cool. I love places like this. So
Yeah. And just like any store, this is a little sale area, but you can see what it was. It had a lot of pink
mhm.
Christmas. And the interesting thing about this store is, of course, I go shop and I go to garage sales, I go to estate sales, I go to antique fairs. Whoever was from Louisiana, I love to shop in Louisiana. But we just kind of go all over the place. But I'm also very fortunate that I have people that come in here that sell things to me. They just drive up and you never know what they're going to have. But
You got a trunk full of stuff.
they have stuff. So, and that's a lot of fun too. So stuff comes from everywhere. And
I'm guessing you need to have a little bit of extra knowledge, and you glean it as you go along.
you do learn it as you go along. Because the more you shop, the more you realize that the more you see,
Well, there's a saying that, you know, you can't learn to drive a car if you're just sitting in the parking lot. I think you have a customer, Nancy.
I have a customer.
Okay, let's take a look at the chat. Tina, welcome aboard. Okay, but Nancy knows she's not old. Us women are like a fine wine. We get better with age. That's cute. I love it. I love it. Stuff. Renee is saying stuff. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff. And Nancy's giving me the tour of the whole place. Good one, Tina. Y'all. I hear that a lot down here. Y'all. I will. I'll ask her, Colleen. Any white owls? I saw. I don't know if I saw any taxidermy birds. Excuse me. I did see. What did I see? A pelt. I saw a pelt. I don't know if it was otter's pelt or what it was. I enjoyed your, well, you knew I enjoyed your Jack Roush museum. I like that. I like that kind of stuff too. There are some, I don't think there's any in Llano as far as car shows or museums. But I'm sure I'll find some along the way. I plan on being here in Llano until this evening will be my last evening in Llano. And then hopefully tomorrow I can get together one more time in Bleeley. Maybe we have a breakfast. And then I'm going to start heading west. I haven't worn out my welcome here by any means. But getting the ants in the pants. It's time to move. Time to go on. That's not to say that there isn't a whole lot more I can see here in this town or in the surrounding area. I'll definitely be back. There, sometime in the next few years, I will be back. Perry Dust says I should open my own store, call it Can't Have Too Much Stuff or Too Many Stuff. Yeah, I like that. Phil, welcome aboard. You know what, Colleen? If it's on my way, I am going to head west from here. I would love to meet you. I'm going to try to stay south, pretty much hugging I-10 and the border between Mexico and the United States, because the land is less elevated, if you will. My transmission is still iffy. Well, let's put it this way: it is iffy. I thought I blew the transmission 2 days ago, and all it turned out was I was slipping in mud. I thought the transmission was slipping. No, it was my tires. But it's still, I can get into third gear That's the best I can do. It will not go into overdrive. So I'm still, I'm going through more oil, more gasoline, and I can only go, the max I go is basically 50. Once in a while downhill, you might see me go 60, but I'm trying to keep it as low RPMs as I can, which is 2,000 more RPMs than it's used to. So when you think about it, when you're running your engine at high RPMs all the time, yeah, that's more wear and tear. So God has blessed me. I'm still rolling along with what I started out with. And yeah, it's maybe costing me a little bit more, but you know what? Going slower, I'm seeing more. And I like that. In fact, if the truck had been in perfectly good condition, I still would stick to the back roads because I don't care about the interstate driving. What do you see when you're on the interstate? Other cars, other trucks, an exit here or there, and you blow right on by the exit because, I can make 300 miles today I'm more in a mood of let's wander into that town, see what's there. 46 MG TC Roadster. Oh, that sounds cool. Is that in your garage, Colleen? Morris Garage from 46. That would be worth checking it out. That's wow.
Very cool.
Thank you, Renee. Yep.
Well,
Being safe.
No, they weren't out today, so maybe next week.
San Antonio River Walk.
Well,
I hope you get a lot of people in.
have a good day.
I don't think I'll be going to San Antonio. That's north of me. I'm going to try to head basically due west. El Paso is going to be my destination. Colleen, your shop. You have a shop, Colleen? Now this will be interesting.
Thank you.
Let me know if I can help you with anything. We still have Christmas in here, and a lot of it's marked down. It's getting ready to go
Yeah, I believe
away,
the El Paso,
all
Las
gone,
Cruces area. I won't be there for a few days because there's still a couple things in the northwestern corner of Texas that I'd like to see while I'm down this way. I thought about going into a little bit north into New Mexico. I'm not doing it this trip. Maybe on the way back, if I've got a transmission replaced or if I'm driving a different truck, that's a possibility. And Colleen, yeah, she's definitely from Texas. She just said, yes, sir. She has a shop, I'm finding out.
Really?
And she has a 1946 MG TC Roadster. Wow. Lance, welcome aboard. Lance, you probably wonder where I'm at. Well, I'm in a store called Whimseys by the bridge. It's basically an antique store, consignment store. We've walked around. I hope you can do the replay. But the owner, Nancy, who is busy with some paperwork right now, because she's had some customers, believe it or not, that came in here despite the fact that they saw my truck outside. It's a really cool store. I'm enjoying it so much, and I'm learning a lot of history in the process as we go along. Maybe I won't have to visit the museum across the street today.
Oh, no, you should visit the museum.
I will visit the museum. I can't help but not visit the museum.
The
Whenever
museum is a cool museum.
Whenever I have a chance, a museum is drawing me in. Phil Leo is aboard. Welcome aboard. There was a question from Colleen, I think. Let me look here. Phil wants to know
Hi.
what she's done with his copy of Hemmings. I remember getting Hemmings motor
Let me know
news.
if you guys need help with anything, okay?
We'll let that one ring. Where was it? Colleen had a question. Come on by Coleman. She said, I'm not sure what Coleman is. Is it west?
West.
It is west.
Coleman is west.
Well, there's a possibility then.
Yes.
She's going to keep calling. I am live streaming right now, Holly. Good morning, babe. How you doing? Did you have sweet dreams? Oh, shucks. You joining the group. Yeah, good morning, babe. Yeah, I did. How about you? Okay. I will. Okay. Well, that's not good. Get it under control. All right. Okay. All right. Feel better. Yep. Love you too. Feel better. Yep. Yep. All right. Sounds good. Bye-bye. I feel like I cut her short there, but that's to be. So, Colleen, it sounds like perhaps I'll figure that out. I'll get the atlas out here in a little while and do a little bit of highlighting. 71 west to US 283 west. Where's 71? That's 71 right up here.
20, if you go to this light,
Push back on the screen.
if you go to the light and then you turn left. Hi, how are you
I'm
today?
good. Do you have a restroom? I want to look around.
Yeah, of course.
But I
Here.
should go to the restroom first. Thank you.
I'm getting the directions, Colleen. Well, and Colleen works on RVs. Are you restoring any RVs, Colleen? Airstreamer's going to be interested in talking with you too. I did see, I'm sure they're remanufactured or whatever you want to say, the retro RVs down towards Fredericksburg. But I didn't get to stop on the way back to photograph any of them because I don't know.
That's actually you can rent those.
Rent those, huh? Well,
Yes.
cool.
That's actually an area that you can rent. There's another one that's on the way to Austin. I'm on 71 that's got really cool RVs also that you can rent.
I found that comment from Colleen was when we were back there by the Victorian clothing. She said, where is it? Gotta scroll up and find it. Tina's here. She's from Michigan. Okay, Colleen said, please let Nancy know that she's not old. Us women are all like fine wine. We get better with age.
Tell her thank you very much.
She hears it.
Thank you, Colleen. Yes, that is true. But anyway, Coleman, you're going to go outside on 29, and you would be going west, but you're going to turn like you're going to Brady, which is where 71 picks up. And
Okay.
then Coleman is towards Brady. It's
I think I saw Brady on the map in a little bit
Kinda
darker color.
venture off 71 a little bit to
Yeah.
get to Coleman, but
Right.
yes,
Thank
that's
you.
where it is.
Right.
Thank you. And it's a very old town also with a lot of cool buildings and
Sounds like
every
I'd
year,
enjoy it.
Huh?
Sounds like I'd enjoy it.
You would enjoy it. You would enjoy it. It's a nice town. And they have the antique shops there. And one of their, did Colleen say she has an antique
She
store?
does.
What's the name of her store? Colleen, what is the name of your store? Because I'm sure that I've been in it. Ask, is it on the corner? On a corner?
It sounds like she does RV restorations. Says she's working on a Winnebago at the moment.
Wow.
And she did mention she has a 1946 MG, but now she called it a shop. So maybe it is more of a mechanical shop
Could
rather
be.
than a resale shop.
Mm-hmm.
But Phil's got today's trivia. What is the capital of Canada? A virtual natty light from Holly's cooler for the winter. Holly was the one on the phone. She would have just kept calling and calling and calling until I answered. She's a former patient of mine,
Oh.
home health care provider. Long story.
Long story,
Yeah.
huh?
She was supposed to be around for 3 months. 9 years later,
Welcome. I'm very good. How are you?
Good.
Can I help you with anything?
I'm following by my wife.
Oh, yeah.
we've lost her, I
You
think.
don't look disappointed.
I understand.
You're used to it.
I'm very used to that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm still looking at the antique store. Smart enough to put the chair in front of the TV
You know, I've been to one of those.
and let husband sit there and watch TV while my wife's poker. But I like to look as much as she does.
My son lives on Amelia Island in
Where's
Florida.
that?
It's
Oh,
in Florida. Anyway, there's a boutique kind of store there. And but you don't even have to go into the store. At the entry of the store, they have 2 recliners, very nice recliners, and a television.
uh-huh.
And you can just sit there and wait.
You know, it might even be worth the while to give him a glass of beer or something.
You know,
Well,
it's kind of a.
My
It's-
wife used to have an antique store down in Smithville. And I used to tell her all the time, you ought to get a TV and put the football games on. It used to drive her crazy, these husbands that would come in rushing their wives and everything. So if they got a football game.
If they
and a
have something
beer,
to do, it's
Yeah.
all, yes.
My father used to say a good place for a bar to open would be in the parking lot of a shopping mall.
There you go.
The
Well-
only ones I ever seen that did open up in at shopping malls was typically Hooters.
Yeah.
Well, we do have a new bar at the end of the block.
Oh, really?
And that's, yeah, a lot of men hang out
I
while
can
they're
imagine.
waiting. It's just enough time to have,
See you, Brene.
Have a
have
beer.
one beer,
There
you
you
know?
go.
So,
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I've always liked looking, so it doesn't bother me.
Well, Colleen, it sounds like I may be renting a space from you. Since I'm not in a big hurry. Yeah, Kyle guessed Ottawa as the capital of Canada, and I agree with him. I believe it's Ottawa. But I don't know if Kyle wants to drink a natty. Yuck. I know Kyle likes beer, but I don't know if he likes natty.
sure.
Oh, this sounds fun, Colleen. I'm definitely going to be coming your way. Wow, this hour has gone so stinking fast.
We'll both say again, this one and this one.
I'm scrolling up to see if I've missed anything. I'm sure I have, but it looks like we're getting close to wrapping up. Yonder way, Colleen. It sounds like she's got an RV park as well, so I'll have a place to park.
I'm thinking that's your next
I
place.
think that might be in a few days.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I do have one other place that I want to visit. I'm kind of keeping it a surprise from the customers, so I'll show you in a few minutes.
Well, I have to tell you, there's a very unusual antique store in Brady that you might want to stop at.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Definitely, on the square.
We're getting ready to wrap this up, Nancy. If you want to close it out real quick.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Whimseys today. And if you're ever this way, please stop in and say hello. And I'd love to meet everybody.
And she's sincere about that.
Yes, I'm very sincere about that.
And I'm being sincere about it. You got to stop here. You're coming through this area, you got to make this one of your stops
So,
for sure.
thank you very much. And y'all enjoy your Saturday.
There you go.
All righty.
We'll see y'all at be 5 p.m. Central Standard Time from another location that's similar but different. Nice people there too. So we'll see you then. And in the meanwhile, fair winds and smiles. And of course, may God bless.
Thank
Good afternoon,
you.
everyone. Thank you, Nancy.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
That went very well, Nancy.
Oh,